Hey, warriors. So, what I'm about to talk about, I have spoke about pretty recently. But, just like always, I'm seeing where people are trying to mold things into crap, anything but what they actually are, you know? Or saying that things are happening that aren't happening, or saying that things are happening that. You get what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. They're saying things are happening that aren't, and they're saying that they're not things that aren't. They're saying that things aren't happening that are. Sorry. Okay. As we know, okay, science is starting to seriously take a look at what they are calling extreme states of consciousness. Okay. Not just our normal waking life, but like moments that don't, I guess, fit the model. All right. Near death experiences. Um, that sudden clarity that people get right before death, deep meditative states, even, certain altered states of awareness. Okay, but here's the problem. These experiences don't behave, I guess, the way that science expected them to behave. All right? Because in many cases, people are reporting more awareness, not less. Clear thinking, heightened perception, profound insight at times when, according to the brain, that shouldn't be possible. You understand? So now researchers are being forced to ask a question, and that is, is consciousness really produced by the brain, or is the brain filtering it? And yeah, I understand. We know the answer to this question. Some of us do. Okay, but okay. The thing is that even though we do, doesn't mean everybody does. And like I said, people are trying to make things into other things and saying things that aren't happening that are happening. Okay. The bottom line is yeah, they're asking that question about the brain. Is it, is consciousness produced by it, or is it being filtered? Because if consciousness, okay, were strictly tied to just brain activity, then as the brain becomes impaired, awareness should decrease, obviously, if that were the case. But in some extreme cases, or states rather, the opposite is being reported. Dude, that's not a small detail. I mean, seriously, especially for people like us who have been studying consciousness and awareness. That's huge. So when people say that this is going nowhere, they're full of shit. I mean, hello. Because that alone right there, that little detail right there, that I just said wasn't little, because it's really not, that challenges the entire model. I mean, am I the only one getting this? I don't understand. This is why more attention is going towards consciousness and awareness, because of those little details, you know? And yeah, I understand they're not going to try to prove anything prematurely, but these experiences, they keep happening, across cultures, across belief systems, across time. That's, anyways, how it connects to you, okay? Honestly, you don't have to have a near death experience to start noticing something similar to that. We obviously know we're all becoming more aware of our intuition, of our internal signals, of, moments of sudden clarity, things like that. Deep emotional releases. They're not as extreme, I guess, as, those cases, but they are pointing in that same direction. That awareness might not be as limited as we once all thought that it was. I mean, even some of us that, like I said, that have been studying consciousness and awareness. Even us, it might not be, as limited as we even thought. And this is where people are going wrong too, because they either dismiss all of it altogether, or, like I said, they jump to these fucking extreme conclusions and start making stuff up. Like I said, saying things that are happening that aren't, saying things aren't happening when they are. It's ridiculous. You don't need... Okay, the thing is you don't need to do either of those things. You don't need to dismiss it altogether, and you don't need to jump to these bullshit conclusions constantly either. It is... You do have the ability to stay right in the middle and stay curious, grounded, and aware. It is possible, I'm just saying, because the truth is, we are just beginning to understand consciousness. And the more that we study these extreme, states, the more it's starting to look like there's more awareness than just the brain. And sorry, dude, but I'm a hopeful person. And that seems pretty fucking huge to me. I'm sorry about my mouth, but come on. That's a big deal. And anybody in this space should be having a freaking party about that. Anyways, I'm going to keep hoping and wishing and praying that things get better, because that's the type of person I am. I don't see any reason to sit around and bitch and complain constantly about how things don't go right. Love you.